Bonjour à tous. Good morning, everyone. Colleagues, distinguished guests, and to all of you joining us online, thank you for being with us this morning. Je suis Lisa Campbell, présidente de l'Agence spatiale canadienne, et je suis très contente de vous accueillir ici ce matin à notre siège social. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional and unceded territory of the Kanien'kehá:ka, otherwise known as the Mohawk Nation. L'année 2023 a certes été remplie de moments importants pour le programme spatial canadien. Nous avons confirmé la prolongation de notre participation au programme de la Station spatiale internationale. Jeremy Hansen a été affecté à la mission historique Artemis II. And to ensure the continuity of essential Earth observation satellite data in Canada, we announced funding for RadarSat Plus last month. And it continues today with an important announcement about Canadian Space Agency astronauts Dr. Jenny Gibbons and Colonel Joshua Kutrick. Without further ado, I invite the Honourable François-Philippe Champagne, Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, to share the good news. Monsieur le Ministre.
Madame la Présidente. She's amazing. Bonjour tout le monde, ça va bien? Everyone is happy today? Wow! I feel the energy in the house. Look at that. Alors, bonjour tout le monde. Grand plaisir d'être avec vous. Good morning, everyone. For all of those watching at home, what a good day. What a good day to start. And let me just say first to Lisa, Madame la Présidente, c'est toujours un plaisir d'être avec vous. Lisa Campbell, une leader dans le monde spatial, évidemment. Une grande leader qui a inspiré plusieurs femmes aussi chez nous. Madame la Présidente, au nom de tout le monde ici, tout le monde ici vous connaît, tout le monde vous reconnaît. Je vais vous donner une bonne main d'applaudissements. Merci pour nous inspirer, nous motiver, nous pousser à toujours faire mieux. Vous nous poussez toujours à faire mieux, et puis on est toujours un plaisir de revenir à la maison et puis de voir tous les étudiants. On va se voir tantôt, là. Ça va être une belle journée. Jenny, we're back together. You've got a blue suit, you know. Jenny, everyone knows Jenny. She's an amazing colleague. She came to speak to my team recently. Jenny, everyone loves you. It's very easy. Look at how many people showed up for you today. So this is an amazing day. And Josh, I remember when we were in Florida together. Wow, what a star. There was a point where even security asked us to move because too many people were gathering around him. So we had to move, and Josh was the most kind person to all the students who are at the Kennedy Space Center. But listen, let me go back to the text because otherwise I'll get carried over and we'll be here for a day. Bonjour tout le monde. Je dois vous avouer que chaque jour que je viens à l'Agence spatiale canadienne, il y a quelque chose de magique. Je pense que les employés qui sont ici, les jeunes qui sont avec nous aujourd'hui, vous allez voir, il y a quelque chose de magique quand on vient ici. Il y a comme un niveau d'énergie, un niveau d'ambition. C'est toujours un privilège, un plaisir d'être avec vous. Et je voudrais remercier les centaines d'employés qui sont ici de l'Agence spatiale. Merci de votre leadership. Merci d'avoir la mission de l'Agence spatiale à cœur et merci de nous amener toujours plus haut. Alors, à tous les centaines d'employés qui sont là ce matin, je voudrais vous donner une main d'applaudissement. Vous êtes incroyables. Je le disais à Jenny et Josh, il y a quelque chose de magique quand on est avec chacun d'entre vous parce que cette mission-là de nous amener plus loin, de voir plus grand, on la sent ici partout. Et magique aussi parce que non seulement vous faites un travail exceptionnel, mais je pense que, je peux le dire au nom des Canadiens et Canadiennes, vous nous faites rêver. Vous nous amenez toujours plus haut, vous nous rendez tellement fiers. Alors, grand plaisir d'être avec vous ce matin. Jenny, I will never forget how you so kindly let me borrow your blue flight jacket for the Artemis II crew announcement in Houston last April. I have to admit, I felt for a brief moment the dream of being an astronaut. And I mean, I must say, the jacket is so fitting perfectly, by the way, I'm never going to give it back. So I just wanted to say to you, it's stored in my house somewhere in a safe. I want to keep it for the future. But I just want to say, you're not going to get it back anytime soon. So I hope you have another one. because, you know, every time I watch and I look at it and touch it, I feel connected to all the astronauts of the program. And Josh, let me tell you, I still get goosebumps thinking about how we both were sitting upside down in the Orion capsule at the Johnson Space Center. I'm a bit shorter than you, and I was fitting perfectly. And every time I was looking at you, I was saying, how can you do it? And for a moment, you made me believe that this sounds easy. But obviously, being next to you, it was a moment that I will always remember. I could dream with you sitting next to you and seeing the feeling that you must feel when you're going up in space, sir. So I just want to say thank you for that. As you all know, they are very amazing, two incredible astronauts. But not only you also, I want to say to people, because some of us have the privilege of dealing with you, but you're also great, great, great role models. I mean, I would say Canadians, when they see you, anyone, anytime that you are with one of those who wear the blue suits, you realize how much of a model you are. You're also great human beings. I had the chance to know your family, to meet your friends, to be with you, to spend time, and I know the family is here. You're just great people to know. And I would say you're just great Canadians. So on behalf of all of us, let me give you another big round of applause. You are these. You made us dream, you know. I was saying in my book, they were saying, you're modern-day explorers. And I was thinking about that. It's true. You're modern-day explorers. When we see you, we feel this passion, this sensation that we can go further. And you've been a source of inspiration for many. And I hope you're going to inspire the next generation. You both write, you're going to write an exciting new chapter in Canada's history in space. And so that's why we're so excited to be with you. And I know you're going to be encouraging young minds and young people to do big things, because today we're joined by the West Island Black Community Association. And why don't you raise your hand so we can see you all, the community. They're all here. Thank you for being us. We are delighted to have you, because hopefully these people will make you dream big and one day even reach to the stars. So this is the mission we have today. Donc, ravi d'être avec vous ce matin pour annoncer un nouveau chapitre passionnant dans vos parcours respectifs, parce qu'il faut savoir, mesdames et messieurs, ce qu'on annonce aujourd'hui pour les deux astronautes qui sont avec moi, c'est un moment crucial dans leur carrière. Vous savez, 2 missions importantes qu'ils auront accomplies au nom du Canada. Alors, comme vous savez tous, le Canada va jouer un rôle de premier plan dans l'exploration lunaire. Maybe you've not heard, but we're going back to the moon. I don't know if you're... We're going back to the moon. And this is going to be a phrase I remember for long, I must say, when I was in Houston. We're going back, and one of you will be possibly helping us in this program. Alors, plus tôt cette année, vous savez, j'ai été avec Jeremy Hansen à Houston pour annoncer le premier astronaute canadien qui va voyager dans l'espace lointain autour de la Lune dans le cadre de la mission Artemis 2. And today, I am delighted to announce that another of our CSA astronauts, Jenny Gibbons, has been assigned as the backup for Jeremy on Artemis 2. Jenny, big round of applause. Woo! I have to give you a hug. Yeah. Was not in my speech, but I could not resist giving her a hug on behalf of all of you. Thanks to your skills, Jenny, thanks to your talent, thanks to your leadership, now you will have a great new opportunity to make Canada shine in space, and we're really, really delighted that you've been selected. Thanks to Jenny and Jeremy, no matter when the Orion capsule launches for this direct mission to the moon, Canada will be on board, and definitely that's the moment that we're going to cherish, and I see all of you. Both we wish good luck to Jeremy and Jenny to make sure that we are part of this mission. So on behalf of all Canadians, I want to wish you the best of luck. Congratulations for making this new assignment, and I must tell you, you always make us very, very proud, Jenny. So again. You see, we feel the excitement with you, Jenny. I'm reading the speech, I'm excited at the same time. I said, this is so nice, so great that we're all, you see the big family of space-loving people with you. I hope you feel the energy and the love that you deserve. Maintenant que nous savons ce qui se prépare autour de la Lune, laissez-moi vous parler de quelque chose un peu plus près de chez nous. Cette semaine, la Station spatiale internationale va célébrer ses 25 ans. On oublie parfois que le Canada fait partie de la Station spatiale depuis le tout début. En effet, nous étions l'un des pays visionnaires qui ont grandement contribué à faire de cette entreprise internationale une réalité. Je dirais même, Madame la Présidente, qu'on voit les empreintes digitales du Canada sur cette station-là spatiale parce qu'on était là depuis le début. Nous savons tous et toutes, évidemment, l'importance de la station spatiale, car nous savons qu'elle est à l'origine de plusieurs avancées scientifiques et technologiques. Et je pense que le Canada, le fait qu'on soit associé avec le bras canadien, par exemple, avec la station spatiale, il y a toujours eu une connexion. Et puis, évidemment, pour les gens qui se demandent pourquoi on va dans l'espace, bien évidemment, il y a eu plusieurs nouvelles technologies qui nous ont servi sur Terre au niveau de la santé, de la sécurité alimentaire et des changements climatiques. So today, I am happy to announce that Josh Kutryk will be the 4th Canadian astronaut to embark on the extended mission to the ISS space station, scheduled to launch aboard the CST-100 Starliner in early 2025 for a mission of 6 months. Josh? Wow. 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 I just hope when you're going to be up there, Josh, you're going to think about us down there, because we're going to be watching you, but you'll have a much bigger scope to watch us, and you hope you're going to feel that everyone is so excited for you. You've been actively engaged in working with the Starliner team since 2021, and I can just imagine what an incredible experience it will be for you to live and work on the space station. You will, in fact, be the first Canadian astronaut to fully to fly under the NASA Commercial Crew Program. And I know you're going to make us proud. And just think about a moment. As you will be orbiting Earth, you're going to be conducting experiments, perhaps even operating Canadarm2. You're going to train here. We've done that before. And all the while watching a glimpse of our planet every time you look at the window. Josh, au nom de l'ensemble des Canadiens, I just want to say I wish you the best of luck. You have the character, you have the skills. Now, my friend, you have the opportunity. So again, big round of applause. I hope you see that many of us look at you both and just wish, we would wear this blue suit. I must tell you, everyone is watching and say, wow, what a moment for you in your career, but also for Canada. Avec Artemis 2 et Starliner 1, les yeux des Canadiens vont bien évidemment être tournés vers l'espace grâce à l'Agence spatiale canadienne et l'ensemble des membres de l'Agence spatiale. Moi, je veux reconnaître, évidemment, on sait, Josh et Jenny, que vous êtes là en avant, mais on sait que c'est toute une famille qui fait partie, évidemment, de l'exploration spatiale. Je veux reconnaître tous ceux que je vois en rouge aujourd'hui, tous ceux qui sont dans les gradins avec nous, tous les jeunes qui sont avec nous, tous ceux qui nous regardent à la maison aujourd'hui, parce que vraiment, j'espère que vous sentez qu'on est tous avec vous. La grande famille va vous appuyer dans ce moment-là. So let's seize the moment. Let's be ambitious and let's inspire the young people watching us to reach for the stars and become the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our 2 astronauts that are going to mark Canada's history in space. Oh. And it's my distinct pleasure now to ask Jenny to come to the podium and tell you a few words about her emotion, her vision, and what she's going to bring to the space program. Jenny, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much. Merci, thank you. I feel today is exceptional, and it's exceptional because all of the people who are here who made this happen, and I'm very grateful. Our minister says talk about my feelings and how more about my mission, but my feelings for today. So I just want you to know first and foremost that I am thankful. I'm thankful for all of you. I will read what I have written because I don't want to leave anything out. I also want to say I'm just immensely proud. I'm immensely proud of Josh. I'm immensely proud of what's ahead. And quand Josh et moi avons été recrutés il y a 6 ans, on comprenait déjà tous les deux l'importance du secteur spatial pour le Canada, et on y croyait. The benefits that this brings Canadians, allowing us to make progress on difficult problems facing our country. We'll see some of this today, from the challenge of bringing quality medical care to remote regions in our nation to food security for every Canadian. We believed in the essential components of Earth observation for tracking the markers of climate change and the effect of natural phenomenon on both our cities and on our wild spaces. We believed in the importance of the expansion of our understanding of space, from the fundamental knowledge it brings of our place in the universe to the technological windfall that follows our missions beyond our own atmosphere. Most of all, we believed in the perspective that's granted to us by space travel and the inspiration that we feel when we see Canadians fly in space. We've both experienced that. We've all experienced that, seeing our early space leaders fly. Garneau, Bondar, McLean, and many more. We not only believe those things today, but we know them. We have seen them, we feel them, and we experience them every day in our roles. What is new for us now is the understanding of how we will be contributing to the space program on our specific missions. How we, as some of the many who are dedicated to Canada's activities beyond, fit. Pour moi, c'est un privilège d'être l'astronaute de relève de Jeremy Hansen pour la mission à la Lune. We know Canada's contributions in space are immensely valuable, evidenced by Jeremy's role on this mission. The only international partner assigned to the most critically important mission NASA has planned in over 50 years. Human space flights return to the moon. I will be working with the Artemis II team to integrate and develop the architecture and the procedures for lunar missions. I will be a crew test subject for critical operations from launch to splashdown and recovery. I will train as capsule communicator, ready to support their mission as a bridge between Earth and our crew around the moon. I will be trained alongside the Artemis II prime crew, ensuring that I am ready to support them and the future of this program in whatever capacity is required. Avec cette expérience, j'ai hâte de voir ce qui attend le Canada dans l'avenir. Peu importe ce que ce sera, je serai prête. J'aimerais prendre le temps de remercier quelques personnes pour leur soutien, celles qui sont ici avec moi aujourd'hui, et tous les autres. Thank you to the CSA. For your support, striving for greatness, pushing further, and doing more. I am so thankful to be a part of this group. I think we need a round of applause for you. Thank you to our minister. It's a hype man. It's wonderful. I always get so energized whenever I'm in Canada, but especially whenever I'm around you and your amazing team, for sharing our vision for Canada's future, for understanding that space is for all of us and critically important for a country as vast and as diverse as ours. We are very lucky. Thank you to my family, my biggest supporters. You bring me so much joy. And finally, to all of Canada. I am so proud that space is at the heart of this nation. Thank you.
Apparently it's you now. It's you, man.
heard that, yes. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci, Monsieur le Ministre. Merci tout le monde d'être ici aujourd'hui. Merci, Jenny. And I would add to that, thank you, Jenny, for everything, not just the speech today, but for the two of us, it has been a wonderful, adventurous ride over the last 6 years. And I couldn't even imagine sharing it with anyone but her. So she's part of this team. She's the reason we're here. We're trying to build the best space program that we can for the future missions of this country. And I can't imagine doing it with anyone else. Thank you. Okay, space for me, it's about many things. Curiosity, it's adventure, it's exploring, it's doing science, but it's also collaborating. For me, it's about collaborating for a better future, our future. It's about solving problems for Canadians, and it's about opportunities for this country, opportunities to come in the future. Je suis fier d'être un membre d'équipage de cette mission, mais surtout d'y participer comme astronaute canadien. Je suis fier que notre pays continue de jouer un rôle de premier plan dans le domaine spatial. C'est bien important pour notre pays. Sur le plan personnel, bien sûr, j'ai rêvé toute ma vie d'aller dans l'espace. Je suis donc très touché, reconnaissant aujourd'hui d'avoir cette chance maintenant. I feel very, very lucky. As Minister Champagne mentioned, parts of the International Space Station are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. That space station is a marvel of human engineering and persistence. It's going to be my home for a very long time. I'll live and work there with a crew of awesome individuals from around the world. We'll conduct science, leading-edge science. We'll demonstrate new technologies. We'll maintain the station's complex life support equipment. And we'll look back on our home, that tiny little blue ball, planet Earth, from one of the highest vantages humanity's ever achieved. And we're anxious, we can't wait to share that with you all. J'ai hâte de raconter aux jeunes Canadiens mon aventure quand je serai dans l'espace. Ici au Canada, les Canadiens ont vu Marc Garneau aller dans l'espace comme le premier astronaute canadien à le faire, et beaucoup d'autres astronautes canadiens ensuite. Nous participons au programme de la Station spatiale internationale depuis le commencement. C'était toujours et reste encore aujourd'hui une source d'inspiration pour beaucoup d'enfants canadiens, partout au Canada, de voir grand, de poursuivre leurs rêves comme c'était pour moi. I grew up a long ways from here, a cattle farm in Alberta, but I would tell you that I always remember being inspired by the space station. I was inspired by the night sky. And I was intrigued by this notion of exploring the unknown, and that was for me a passion. It was a passion that guided me as a child, as a university student. It was my guiding passion as a fighter pilot, as a test pilot in the military, and it still guides me today as an astronaut. And I want to tell you that I think I see that passion partout au Canada. We have teams of people, all of the people here today who work on this tirelessly, engineers, scientists, explorers, really working to build the Canadian space program. And it's thank you to them that we have opportunities like this, that grit and determination and vision that takes us from the Earth to the space station, back to the moon with Artemis, and someday to places like Mars comes from that passion. It's the desire to learn and to advance and to explore. And we have to be thankful to them. It's not about me, it's about everybody here. It's about the team in Canada. To them, I would say, c'est à vous, c'est grâce à vous, à votre dévouement, à vos efforts, à vos passions, que nous sommes capables de participer à ces missions comme ça. It's because of them that we go to these places. And for them, j'espère que vous ne sous-estimerez jamais l'importance que vous faites pour l'exploration spatiale, mais aussi pour notre pays, pour le Canada. We say that it takes a village, and so in closing, I do have to be very thankful to many. I feel thankful and lucky, as I've always said. Je souhaite remercier sincèrement tous ceux et celles qui m'ont permis de me rendre jusqu'ici dans ma carrière. Merci à mes collègues à l'aviation, ou à l'Agence spatiale canadienne. Merci à l'aviation royale canadienne. Et merci pour nos leaders qui n'ont jamais cessé de voir grand pour que le Canada reste au premier plan de l'exploration spatiale au premier plan de l'infini. I want to thank my family and friends. Their enduring, tireless support has made this possible for me on a personal level. Some of them are here today. Let me see. I'm honored. So, je suis honoré d'avoir cette possibilité de représenter notre pays, le Canada, dans ces missions. I'm committed to making the very most of this opportunity for Canada, and I'll do my very best to make you all proud. Thank you. Merci à tous.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning for this announcement. Merci, Monsieur le Ministre. C'est toujours un plaisir de vous accueillir chez vous à l'Agence spatiale canadienne. Jenny and Josh, dear colleagues, we absolutely look forward to following along as you embark on new adventures, and we're here for you every step of the way. Merci à nos collègues et merci à ceux et celles en ligne qui se sont joints à nous pour cette belle annonce. Je vous souhaite une bonne journée. Have a great day, everybody.